Hey guys, this is Subha Ramnani, currently a final year medical student at Yerevan State Medical University in Armenia. And being a final year medical student, I have to make time for everything. So today's plan is to spend the day with my girlfriend along with studying whatever I have to do today. So let's see how that goes. So my morning starts at 9 a.m. where I literally have to walk to turn off the alarm because that's what gets me out of bed. And that has been working since the past 8 years, I guess. And yes, routine reminds me I have the same habit of drinking lukewarm water 2 to 3 cups while browsing through social media in the morning. With COVID coming in and out in phases, our university has finally decided to go back to online classes with the cases increasing in the country. Well, we are starting with a 2-week cycle of gastrointestinal system in internal medicine. And today our teacher makes us recall the basic anatomy, physiology and pathology of gastrointestinal system and then diving on to the topic of differential diagnosis of dysphagia. So let me give you my 2 cents on online classes. Personally, I like online classes. I feel I understand the same way, actually even better by seeing the slides compared to the offline classes. And the only drawback I feel is seeing patients. So yeah, if I could see patients and still have online classes, that would be the perfect scenario, because missing out on the clinics in my final year is definitely a bummer. And yes, the most interesting and the best part about online classes I almost forgot to mention is I can take the class in my night suit. And just like that, I get ready and welcome my girlfriend to spend the day with me, studying and working. So I have this huge whiteboard sitting on my table where I keep track on the countdown to my final exam. So today's plan, my first thing to do during the day is to complete my revision and then do the new topics, at least 3 to 4, so I can stay on top of my final exam schedule. But yeah, some things never leave you, so I have to do my Anki, even though my Anki cards are not that much because I'm really studying for my final exam from my university resources and not from Anki pre-made texts. But yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Next up is drinking my first tea of the day. This new green tea I'm drinking, the flirt flavor. I guess it suits when you're spending the day with your girlfriend. I like it. For my next study session, I quickly finish my revision by closing the book and actively recalling whatever I remember. And yeah, my girlfriend, being a pharmacist, is still working on her pharmaceutical kind of job or whatever, I don't know. So yeah, she's still working and sometimes I like to do this. So yeah, after irritating her for about a minute, I go back to my studies and now I start the topic of GI hemorrhages or GI bleeding for my surgery final exam. For that, I go through the notes my friend gave me and open some Google images and try to understand what is written, and finally jot down the pointers in Notion so it is easy for me to come back to the topic and revise by the way of active recall. And yeah, after 2 study sessions and intermittent fasting, I am super hungry and now it's time for lunch. Which season?
Season 7.
Season 7, I'll choose the episode 22, my favorite number. Let's see what is season 7, episode 22, the one with Chandler's dad. Oh. So post-lunch study session begins and I go on to do more of surgery, this time the topic of abdominal injuries, both penetrative and blunt. And again, I write down the pointers in my Notion so I can get back to it again when I want to revise it. The one thing I love about this is I can just write with my Apple Pencil and it automatically converts into text. That's awesome. So we've studied a lot and our brain is getting tired, at least mine is, after studying so much. So we need a quick chai break, and our plan is to watch Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which is the third part, after we finish our studies and work. So the goal is to finish my studies and her goal is to finish her work by around 7:30, so we can enjoy a good movie and some good dinner. You know what I did? Well, my girlfriend has ditched me, at least in terms of studying, because she's finished her work and I am left alone in this last study session, where I try to do some OBGYN and study the topic of miscarriages. This is not working because the battery is low. Let me show you the worst feature of these iPads. The old ones, I have the old one, iPad Pro 10.5. You have to charge it like this. This is not a solution. So hopefully when I get the new iPad, you can charge it here. That's so much better. Makes sense. But yeah, last topic. Let's go. Well, I'm almost done studying. Just a small topic of small vessel vasculitis left from connective tissue subtopic of internal medicine, and then I'm gonna just revise on what I studied in my online class. So since my online class today was about the gastrointestinal system, I decided to study all the basics of it along with the important radiological signs encountered on a new platform I've discovered, Draw It to Know It. The way this works is really cool and engaging. You first preview the topic with a list of questions to assess what you already know, then you watch the video on the same topic and preview the notes side by side. After this comes the fun part. You draw. So whatever you know, you draw it on a pre-formed template or just label the structures. Once that active recall from drawing is done, you are presented with some questions again to reinforce the topic. I think this would have been even more helpful for me had I discovered this in my first year, but nonetheless, seeing the radiological signs and everything helps me as a final year student, and I'm loving this. Well, finally done with all the studies of the day, we move out to take some groceries for the lovely dinner we are about to make. So for tonight's dinner, along with Harry Potter, we've decided to make some pink sauce pasta. So here we are in a nearby supermarket. Mission pasta, let's begin. So after having the yummy pasta and watching the amazing movie, it's time for my girlfriend to leave. So I go on to drop her and do some filmy acting as she leaves. Anyway, it's been a really tiring and productive day where me and my girlfriend have managed to study and work and also cook and enjoy a good movie to top it all off. But it's never tiring to pick up that controller and just play one more game for one more hour and then go back to sleep. Well, that has been my day, and if you liked it, don't forget to click on the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.